Hello everyone. Today we're interviewing my good friend Yinuo. Yinuo, can you tell us about your education and experience? Hi everyone, I'm Alyn Lee Yinuo. I graduated from Dulwich, an international school in Beijing. For undergrad, I studied psychology at Cornell University. Then I did educational leadership at Harvard Graduate School of Education. Great background. What are you doing now after Harvard? I'm in Beijing working on education entrepreneurship, mainly study abroad services including college and grad school applications, and tutoring for all grades from 1st through 12th grade. We also run Harvard summer and winter camps. Tell us about your vision or goals for your education startup. I believe education must balance quality with reaching more students. So, we're focusing on maintaining quality while expanding our reach. Our vision, based on my experience with large institutions, is to avoid their formulaic approach to students. They struggle with quality and customization due to high volume. We aim to ensure both quality and personalization, recognizing each student's unique traits and talents, designing custom competitions, activities, and awards for them. While maintaining this approach, we also want to expand. There are many edtech products available now. Do you think tech makes education more accessible or standardized? Or can it provide more standardized quality education to students? How do you view edtech's impact on the global education industry? It's helpful but can't replace teacher-student interaction. Teachers need to build a close relationship with students so they'll listen attentively in class, not just through technology. Tech alone can't make students truly engaged. The same applies to studying abroad. AI can't create that warm teacher-student connection. Initial personal touch and customization still need human input. I'd like to ask about your upbringing. What parental guidance do you recall as most impactful? Which aspects of your parents' influence helped you most? What decisive guidance did your parents provide? These could be suggestions for future students too. What would you say those are? First, they trusted me and gave me a sense of security. I think this is crucial, that they'd support me in any career as long as I'm happy. My pressure comes from myself, not my parents. Second, they gave me freedom to make my own choices. I chose all my classes, including tutoring. I'd tell my mom what I wanted. She'd suggest trying. If I didn't like it, she wouldn't force me. Lastly, Mom studied educational psychology. Dad was open-minded. So when I was young, my parents practiced meditation and learned basic psychology. This influenced me significantly. Can you share how you found your life plan and goals? For instance, how did you decide to study psychology in university, including whether to pursue graduate studies and then whether to start a business after graduation? How did you make these choices? I was clear that I wanted to start my own business and be independent. Regarding choosing my undergraduate major in my 3rd year of junior high, our system was called ITC, the UK's 9th to 10th grade system. I chose to study psychology. I studied psychology in 9th and 10th grade, performing well. Later, I naturally chose psychology for my IB as well. My family was supportive, so I chose it as my major. I applied for graduate studies in education, which I decided on in my junior or senior year after teaching. It was after my internship that I realized I enjoyed education. That's why I chose graduate school, but why start a business? This actually started during my undergraduate years. I created an online tutoring platform with friends because I had been tutoring younger students since high school and continued tutoring in university. Many classmates expressed interest in tutoring too. I realized students wanted to be tutored by experienced seniors. So I made a platform to connect them. It was completely online, and later I also worked at a top education company in China. I felt I had an educational philosophy I wanted to share. Kids should make choices in a positive psychology atmosphere and be guided by teachers to design their own lives. Good grades are just a small step in the process, but life is long, so this is the idea I want to express. I feel those institutions don't emphasize this concept enough, so that's my original intention for doing this. It's really great, really great. Yinuo wants you to share with everyone. If a child today wants to pursue international education, aiming for a top undergraduate program in the future, at what age would you suggest parents send them abroad? Or what foundation in math and science would you recommend? How to balance Chinese and English learning for best results? How can they achieve the best outcome? It's either American high school or American undergrad, but American high school isn't suitable for everyone. You must consider the child's personality. If they're outgoing, athletic, and confident in English, then it's easier to make friends at American high school. American high school would be a good fit for them. But if your child doesn't have that kind of personality, I think it's better to keep them close to home. It might be better for their mental health and grades, including their chances of college admission. You mentioned planning from an early age, right? Yes, about balancing different aspects. I think during elementary school years, English and math are the most crucial subjects. These two subjects must not be neglected because in high school, regardless of the program, whether it's IB, AP, or A levels, you'll need to study both arts and sciences. All courses will be taught in English, so you must be strong in both areas. This is very important. Does international education broaden a child's horizons? Or is it more about the child's personal choice? For instance, is studying abroad suitable for everyone? Well, I'm biased here because I work in international education and I've always pursued studying abroad myself. I think it can benefit everyone, but not necessarily at the undergraduate level. For example, if you're a teacher and you enjoy the exam system and like working within it, then go for it. But consider studying abroad for grad school. You could explore options then. I encourage experiencing abroad at some point, but not every student needs to go for undergrad. It's more about broadening your horizons, expanding your worldview, seeing different parts of the world, finding your true professional passion or life goals. Going abroad, you might discover, wow, there are so many different worlds out there. In fact, even Americans should study in China or other countries. Studying abroad is truly eye-opening. Lastly, any advice for students and parents? For students, remember this. Your study abroad, results or grades or university admissions are just a small part of who you are. They're meant to open doors, help you meet great people, and pursue your passions. Realize you're learning for yourself, not others. For parents, especially moms, lead by example. If you want your kids to learn, you should too.